Okay, be honest with me for a second here. Do you ever feel like you understand English perfectly when you're just listening, but the exact second it's your turn to actually speak, you just completely freeze up? You know the words, you know the grammar, but nothing comes out right. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. Welcome to today's explainer. Today we're going to cover the speaking freeze, meet shadowing, the science of shadowing, your 4-step action plan, common shadowing mistakes, and finally, the 5-minute challenge. Let's jump right into section 1, the speaking freeze, breaking the language barrier. You can literally spend years passively listening to podcasts or obsessively studying complicated grammar rules. But all that passive memorization, it doesn't stop you from totally freezing up when you just need to order a coffee or jump into a business meeting, right? It's like your brain knows exactly what to do, but your mouth just hasn't caught up yet. Well, today's explainer gives you the ultimate, actionable solution to bridge that exact gap. Moving on to section 2, meet shadowing. Imitation is the key. Think about how kids learn their native language. They aren't sitting there memorizing irregular verbs, right? No way. They're actively copying the sounds their parents make. And that active imitation, that's the whole core of shadowing. Basically, shadowing means listening to a short piece of audio in English and repeating it at the exact same time as the speaker. You don't wait for them to finish, you act as their literal shadow. I absolutely love this quote. It's like being a musical echo or following a partner in a dance, because it brilliantly illustrates that this isn't just about the words themselves. It's about matching the stress, the rhythm, the actual music of the language. You're learning exactly how a native speaker's voice naturally goes up at the end of a question. You're learning the melody. Look, when we read exactly as things are spelled, we sound stiff, kind of robotic, like, I am going to the store. But fluid, natural speech, it blends together. It sounds more like, I'm gonna go to the store. See the difference? Shadowing forces you to practice these natural reductions so you finally stop sounding like a textbook and start sounding natural. Section 3, the science of shadowing, training your brain and mouth. So, why is this specific imitation technique so wildly effective? Well, it actually comes down to biology. Scientifically speaking, shadowing trains your auditory motor system. Think of it as the direct highway between your ears processing a sound and your mouth physically producing it. Shadowing forces your brain and your mouth to work together at native speed, which physically strengthens that neural link. The absolutely crucial point here is that shadowing builds muscle memory. It literally transforms a mental, cognitive understanding, like your brain saying, oh, I know this word, into a physical, reflexive ability where your mouth says, I can speak this word smoothly. The actual muscles in your tongue and jaw get a real workout, adapting to the unique physical shapes of English sounds. And this leads to 4 massive benefits. 1, your pronunciation and accent naturally improve as you mimic native sounds. 2, your rhythm and flow get way better because you're learning to speak in full phrases. 3, this intense focus totally skyrockets your listening comprehension. And 4, arguably the most important, getting your mouth moving dramatically builds your speaking confidence. All right, section 4, your 4-step action plan, how to shadow perfectly. Now that you know exactly why it works, let's get into the masterclass. Step 1 of your action plan is choosing your audio. You really want to pick something that's just slightly above your level but still super clear. Think like a TED Talk, a movie trailer, or even an explainer just like this one. Pick a speaker whose accent you actually want to adopt. For steps 2 and 3, start by just listening. Seriously, don't speak yet. Just spot the tricky words and absorb the meaning. Then you move to step 3, which is the chunking phase. You pause the clip and repeat short, bite-sized phrases. So if they say, I have been working, you pause it and echo back, I have been working, really nailing that exact pronunciation before you move on. And finally, step 4, the real shadow. This is where you play the audio from the very beginning, but this time, no pausing. You speak along in real time. If you're feeling a little shy, it's totally okay to start by whispering. Then, as your confidence grows, get louder. Will you stumble and feel kind of ridiculous at first? Oh, absolutely. But who cares? Just jump right back in and keep moving. Section 5, common shadowing mistakes, guardrails for success. Like any powerful tool, shadowing only works if you use it correctly. The number one mistake people make? Choosing audio that is just way too fast. Please, I'm begging you, do not try to shadow a rapid-fire news anchor or a fast rap song on your very first try. It will literally only end in frustration. You want to aim for audio where you can easily catch about 70 to 80% of the words naturally. Mistake number 2 is mumbling.
Listen, shadowing is not a quiet, passive activity. You are acting. You have to actively move your lips and really open your mouth. Be a little dramatic with it. Overpronounce the words if you have to. Mindless mumbling just won't build that crucial auditory motor connection we talked about.
Now, here is something really interesting. Doing this intensely for just 5 to 10 minutes a day is vastly better than doing it for an hour once a week. Consistency absolutely beats intensity here. And here's a quick pro tip. Record yourself on your phone. Listen to the original, then listen to your recording. It is hands down the absolute best way to catch those hidden mistakes you didn't even realize you were making.
Section 6, the 5-minute challenge. Take action today. Look, I don't want you to just listen to this explainer and then move on with your day. I am challenging you to put this into practice right now with the 5-minute shadowing challenge. I want you to dedicate just 5 minutes each day for the next 7 days. That's it, just 5 minutes. All you need to do is find a 60-second clip of audio. It could be a YouTube short, a minute of a podcast, whatever, and apply the 4 steps we covered. Listen, chunk it out, and then shadow it in real time. If you do this for just 5 minutes a day, you are going to see absolutely incredible results in your spoken rhythm and confidence by the end of the week.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Will you stay a passive listener forever, absorbing all the rules but never actually speaking up? Or is it finally time to take action, train those muscles, and unlock your English? The choice is entirely yours. Jump into the challenge today and start speaking with total confidence. Thanks for joining this explainer, and keep practicing.